Hi lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm not adorable. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sharing, for liking. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you all. If you are new on this channel, if you are a first time viewer, I welcome you into this family of living healthy with not adorable. Yes, living healthy with not adorable. Yeah, something has changed. And if you have been following us on this channel, I would like you to please guess and tell me what has changed about this YouTube channel. And I would love to see your guesses at the comment section. Let's know and just try to guess and tell us what you think has changed about this YouTube channel. I would love to see your guesses at my comment section below. Then I also want to welcome you once again. If you are new on this channel, welcome to this channel, and please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up and like my videos and share my videos. And I would also love you to follow me on my Facebook page at Nurse Adorable. And so today we'll be talking on an interesting topic that concerns every one of us. This topic concerns every one of us, and we'll be having a head talk on headache. Yes, headache. So I asked the question: is it just a headache or not? Oof, I have headache. Is that headache just a headache or not? But before I proceed, let's quickly talk about what has changed. Yeah, I'm delighted to inform you today that this channel's name has been changed from Health Tips with Nurse Adorable to Living Healthy with Nurse Adorable. Yes, Living Healthy with Nurse Adorable. Wow, I guess you all love the new name. So I want to know, how does the name sound? Does it sound great in your ears? Like, yeah, it sounds great in my ears. And how I came about this name was that some days ago, as I woke up from my sleep, after I've said my prayers in the morning, I just got that inspiration to change the name of this channel to Living Healthy with Nurse Adorable, and wish I did. May God help us. Amen. So on this channel, we shall be having health talk and health tips as usual, and I'll be sharing some healthy meals recipe with you, because when we are talking about our health, when we are educating you on health, we've discovered that our meals are very important in living healthy. To be able to achieve a healthy lifestyle, our meals is very important. So on this channel, I'm glad to inform you that shortly and very soon I'll be sharing some um, meals, some recipe on healthy meals with you, and we shall be having some practicals together in preparation of healthy meals. And I don't know if you know that I am a caterer. Yes, I think I forgot to inform you also that I am a caterer, and like, people do tell me that my meal is always delicious and sumptuous, but I don't know, but I think it's so I'm glad to inform you that apart of my profession, apart from being a qualified nurse, a registered nurse, and all those stuff, a health educator, a caregiver, like, I am also a caterer. So we're having some things doing together on this channel, and also I'll be sharing with you some positive healthy behaviors, that will make you to be happy, that will make you to be okay, talking about our mental health, that will make you to be able to associate with people, thereby bringing happiness to you and making you feel healthy. So kindly stay tuned with us on this channel, share my videos, like my videos, and make your people, let's share my videos, let your friends and family join us on this channel so that we can live healthy together. Thank you. So now let's move to today's topic. Today's topic: is it just a headache or not? Is it just a headache or not? Almost everyone has had headache at one time or the other in his or her lifetime, and it is the most common form of pain. Like, almost every one of us has, we've had headache at one time or the other. Like, for me now, this morning I've had a headache, and just I noticed this immediately I woke up from sleep, and I think it was as a result of I was stressed up yesterday. And sleeping last night, due to my bad posture and everything. I noticed that that was the cause of my headache, and what I just had to do was that I got back to sleep. I lied down on my bed for a while, tried to calm myself, and yeah, the headache is gone, because I was able to know if it is just a headache or not. So in today's health education, we are going to be talking on headache. Yes, headache. You may be surprised that why headache? Because some of us take headache as a slight health condition, like a mini health condition. I don't know how to put it. Like, we don't count headache serious. We don't count it as something that can be serious. Yes, headache can be serious, and it is important that when we feel headache, we don't just assume that it's just an ordinary headache. We need to try to know the cause of our headache, and if we cannot get to know the cause of our headache by ourselves, we need to consult our medical practitioners. They will help us in figuring out what might be the cause of our headache, and they will let us know what to do, and they will tell us if it's an urgent action that we need to take, or if it requires their help and everything. They will just help us to manage our headache in a proper way. So it will help us, they will help us to manage our headache in a proper way. So what is headache? Headache is a pain in the head. We may say that it is a pain arising from the head or our upper neck of the body. So headache can be more complicated compared to what most people think, just as I've said before. So headache can be complicated because we have many factors, we have many conditions that can actually lead to headache, and that is why we must not consider headache as just a headache. We must not consider it as ordinary headache. We should take it serious. Anytime we experience headache, we should take it serious and ensure that we take necessary actions to know the cause of this headache and to know how to manage the headache. I mean, how to treat the headache. So now, headache can be classified into two. It can be primary headache and it can be secondary headache. So primary headache are the headaches that we experience and it is not resulting from an underlying medical condition or medical illnesses. So a primary headache is just that we experience it and it's not due to maybe there's any existing medical illness in our body. So examples of the causes of primary headache are like loud noise, exposure to sunlight, like a tight headwear. If you put on a tight gele, like maybe you have one bed and you know your makeup artist help you to tie that gele and it's very tight, it can lead to headache. That's an example of a primary headache. Lack of sleep, if you don't sleep well, it can lead to headache. And incorrect eyeglasses prescription can lead to headache. And stress. So just as I've said before that I had a headache this morning, which I knew was as a result of my stress and bad posture. So the type of headache I had this morning now is under a primary headache. I hope you're following me. So now let's talk about secondary headache. Secondary headache is a headache that we experience when there's an underlying medical condition that is leading to that headache. Do you understand? When already there is a medical condition, an illness in the body that is presenting like that is causing this headache, then we refer to as a secondary headache. The example is a disease of the blood vessels in the brain, like the blood vessels that supplies blood to our brain. When it is when it is inflated or inflamed or it is diseased, then it can lead to headache, head injury, maybe during a road traffic accident or any form of accident. Infection, high blood pressure, that is hypertension, is a cause of headache. Trauma, then sinus congestion. When you have a sinus congestion, maybe you have cold and all your sinuses are blocked, and that is a medical condition and it can lead to having headache. So there is need for us to understand some of this type of headache so that we will be able to know the type of headache we are experiencing. We will be able to dictate the cause of our headache. And then so now let's discuss briefly on these types of headache. So now let's start with migraine. Migraine is is an example of a primary headache, and they are often described as pounding, throbbing pain. They last from 4 hours to 3 days, and they usually happen 1 to 4 times in a month. So along with this type of headache, people may have other symptoms such as sensitivity to light, like this type of headache that you have, and when when your eyes are exposed to sunlight, you feel it the more, and you may need to like close your eyes a bit. And so that kind of headache is migraine headache. And at times when you feel this headache, you are very sensitive to noise, you're sensitive to smell, you may feel nauseated, or you may actually vomit, and you may have loss of appetite. So that is a migraine headache. So when you have a pounding and a throbbing headache, and it lasts from 4 hours to 3 days, and it comes like 3 to 4 times in a month, and you have sensitivity to lights, noise, smell, a strong odor, and also that's a type of migraine headache. Then tension headache, it is also an example of a primary headache. They are most common type of headache among adults and also among the teenagers. So they cause mild to moderate pain. They come and disappear as in over time. So at times when you do not take any medication, they come and they go on their own, maybe as a result of stress. Just like what I discussed earlier this morning, as a result of stress and bad posture, I had a tension headache. So and on its own, it just came and gone. So that is tension headache. Then another type of primary headache is cluster headache. Cluster headache. This headache are the most severe. They are the most severe, and there can be an intense burning or piercing pain behind or around one eye. So you have that pain, like a burning pain or a piercing pain behind your hair, your eye, and it makes your eyelids to droop, and your eye may be reddened, your pupils may get smaller, and your eye may be bringing out tears. So also your nostrils may run. So this type of headache is a cluster headache. You can see it is actually cluster because there are many things embedded in that type of headache. Talking about your nostrils running, your eyes bringing tears, your pupils getting smaller, your eye getting reddened, and your eyelid droops, a piercing and burning pain at the back behind of the eye. So that's a description of a cluster headache. And headache have a tendency to run in the family, especially migraine. It has a tendency to run in the family, and it can be triggered by environmental factors such as family household, such as it can be shared in family household, such as ingredients, certain food or ingredients, exposure to allergen, a strong odor from family, from household chemicals or perfume, etc. So those are the things that can actually lead to headache. Then another type of headache is a spinal headache. A spinal headache is a kind of a secondary, it's a type of an example of secondary headache, and this happen after a spinal tap or an epidural. So it is important that when you feel an headache after a spinal tap or epidural procedure, it's important that you see your medical care provider so that this headache will be taken care of. And another type of headache is a thunderclap headache. Is an example of a secondary headache, and this headache is serious. You have to take it serious because it is a warning that you have a serious health problem, such as inflamed blood vessels in late pregnancy, and inflamed blood vessels and blood pressure changes in late pregnancy, ischemic shock from a blocked blood vessels, and it's also when you experience a headache that comes suddenly from nowhere and it picks up quickly. It's a warning. It's a warning that something serious is happening within you, and you have to take it serious. Seek for medical attention. So another type of headache is hormone headache. Hormone headache. This is common in women, and it happens during our hormonal level changes, like during a period, during pregnancy, during our ovulation, during menopause or premenopausal period. We experience this kind of headache, and is classified as as a hormone headache. So what are the things that triggers headache? There are things that triggers headache like lightning, noise, weather changes, like exposure to light with our eyes, and a strain. When you strain your eyes or your neck, it can cause headache. Then bad or poor posture, changes in eating like hunger. At times when I'm hungry, this headache will just come. I'll just be feeling this serious headache when I'm hungry, and it's a sign that I am deficient of glucose in my brain. So when you are hungry, there's short of glucose supply to your brain, and this can actually lead to headache. So you have to take in something as soon as possible, as quick as possible. So when I feel that kind of headache, what I do is just that I quickly get something to eat, and when I'm done eating that food, you know what, the headache will disappear. So it is important that you know the cause of your headache. It is important that you know the cause of your headache. Then stress can be a trigger of headache, and emotional stress. Emotional stress, when you have many things bothering your mind, when you have things affecting you emotionally that is making you go emotionally imbalanced, it can lead to headache. It can trigger headache. So there are some what are the things that you can do to prevent headache? Just as I've said, my aim of this health education is prevention, because it said that prevention is better than cure. So we need to know how we can prevent headache. Just as I've mentioned many things that can lead to secondary headache, like high blood pressure, like ischemic stroke, like maybe there is a problem with the blood vessels that surrounds that supplies the brain. Maybe there is trauma, emotional stress, all these things. We need to high blood pressure. We need to prevent all these things from occurring. I have made a video on high blood pressure, and also on how to manage our stress. When we're able to manage our stress adequately, then we may not experience a headache arising from stress. So it can be a physical stress, and it can be an emotional stress. So when we are able to manage our stress very well, if you have not watched that video, please kindly do. I've dropped the link of the video at my description box. So just click on the link and watch the video. So it is important that we try to prevent headache from occurring. So first, try to figure out the cause of what causes your headache. Try to know what triggers your headache, and by knowing that, you'll be able to prevent your headache from occurring. Now, triggers are very specific to each person. Like my trigger for headache may not be your trigger. So what causes headache for me may not actually cause headache for you. So it is important that individually we try to know what triggers our headache and also know the cause of our headache. If the cause is from an underlying medical illness that is within us, we need to actually know. So when we know these things, it will help us in preventing headache. So once the triggers are known, yes, it helps to minimize headache or to prevent headache from occurring. So for an example, you may find out that a strong scent, like a strong odor, makes you to feel headache. So you have to avoid yourself. I mean, you have to prevent yourself from exposure to such odor like perfume and a very strong odor from some products. So this will help you not to have that type of headache. Then lack of sleep. Lack of sleep may be a trigger or a cause of headache. So try to get adequate sleep. Try to get adequate sleep and thereby preventing yourself from having a headache that can arise from such. And bad posture. At times when you sit in a bad posture or you sleep in a bad posture, it can lead to headache. So try to sleep in a good posture. Sit, make yourself comfortable in anywhere that you are sitting or you are lying down. So make yourself comfortable to prevent headache. And if you're finding it difficult to determine or to identify what triggers your headache and what causes your headache, you don't even know if it is an underlying condition, it is important that you seek for your medical care, seek for medical attention. At times I wonder why people, when they feel headache, like the first day, second day, third day, they are having headache, and what they do is just they keep taking analgesic, they keep taking paracetamol, ibuprofen, and the headache refuses to go, but they still keep on taking this analgesic. It is not done. When you feel headache, especially the headache that you don't even know the cause, it just come from somewhere you cannot even trace the cause or what triggers this headache. Please stop taking paracetamol every time you have headache. Try to know the cause of your headache. Some people just come to you, oh, nurse, please give me paracetamol. I'm feeling headache. You don't know the cause of that headache. It can be as a result of your high blood pressure. It can be as a result of blood vessels issues or many things. So it is important that we know the cause of our headache and we are able to know how to prevent it. Let's talk about what we can do at home when we have headache. Like the first thing to do for adults is that you check your blood pressure. When you feel headache as an adult, please and please check your blood pressure. Know if your blood pressure is normal, if it's low, and know if it is high. So it will help you to know what next to do. Then you can take analgesic. But please, when you take the first dose of the analgesic, you take the first dose, you take the second dose of analgesic, and this headache persists, please seek for medical attention. Or at the same time, you may try to apply some cold compress on your head. Then you do some stretching exercises. Then you can massage your head. Like for me, something do works for me. At times when I have migraine, what I do is that, remember that migraine is a kind of a primary headache, it's a type of primary headache. So when I have it a lot, and what I do most of the time is that I use you can use rub. You can use this rub and something that contains menthol. Just apply it at your forehead, apply it and try to sleep. Take enough water, take a shower, then lie down, try to sleep. So when I do that, I feel relieved and the headache is gone. So resting is very important, and just as I've said, you may massage it to reach your neck and your back, and you do what? You rest. Then try to rest in a dark room. When you have headache like that, switch off your light when you are about to sleep. This will help you to recover as quick as possible, and make sure that your room where you're resting is quiet enough, because noise is a trigger of headache. Then taking a walk, maybe you've even tried to, at times that sometimes that when we have headache, we've tried all our best, and we've even tried to sleep, the sleep may not come. Try to have a walk. I think with this video, with this little that I've said about headache, I believe and I hope that you will find this video very useful for you, and I believe you have really enjoyed this video. So now, if you have enjoyed this video and you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe, share my videos, like my videos, and comments, drop your comments, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell. So thank you for staying tuned, thank you for staying till the end of this video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Live healthy and stay safe. Bye.